So welcome to nightlenses.com chat, and we're joined by mum and son today. This will be a good one with Angela and Ben from the Northeast. And yeah, this will be for any parents out there. So we can see that Ben started on Night Lenses when he was 9, and unusually here we've got mum as well who's been on Night Lenses. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys are saying. So we're going to start with you, mum. I'm going to jump straight in. Tell me the joy of Night Lenses. You've been wearing them for 13 years now, right? So what's the joy of Night Lenses to you?
I suppose I was so short-sighted. The first thing I would ever have to do when I wake up on a morning is feel around for where my glasses are on the bedside cabinet. And I haven't had to do that for 13 years. And it's just, you know, when you have been so short-sighted all those years, being able to drive without glasses on, being able to see and feel confident even in the car, that is a joy as well. But I don't take for granted we always say how
lucky we are.
Yeah, how lucky we are to be able to see so clearly. And
so it's the freedom. So freedom's what you like. So a lot of people say they go on holiday and things like with the sun and sunglasses. So is that the type of thing you find is free?
Oh yeah, I mean we're pretty much water babies as well on holiday. So not having to have glasses on to be able to see 2 feet in front of you is always a bit of an advantage.
Oh, brilliant. And Ben, so you've been wearing it for a long time now. We were chatting earlier. You were saying you were sort of into your sports and things and rugby. You know, how we might have teenagers looking and watching in here your age. You know, how do you feel it's helped you for rugby and your sports and things?
Well, it's helped quite a lot, because if I was playing rugby and I had glasses on, then they could easily be broken very, very quickly. And then same with if I had normal contacts, they would probably get pushed around a bit and then they might get stuck in the wrong place. And that's not very comfortable at all. So it's just made playing rugby much easier. And I don't have to focus on being careful. So I can just go into any tackle instead of...
chatted to a few teens who, you know, you've been wearing them for a few years now, and almost, you know, not putting words in your mouth, but I'm a little bit, you know, they sort of say that it's a bit weird to think that if you were to put a day lens in, to actually wake up and put a lens in, that you'd have to take out for sports or going swimming and things like that. Is that sort of roughly how you feel about Night Lenses now?
Yeah, I mean, I find the thought of day lenses a bit weird, because I'm so used to putting them in on a night, and it's just so, I don't know, it's just simple, because you put them in on the night and then you sleep, and that's it.
So if I said to you, you know, well, you know, would you ever go now into glasses or day lenses? What would be your answer to that?
I would probably say no, because you can just use them whenever. You can just put them in on a night, take them out in the morning, and that's about it. And
it's just normal.
Yeah, you just get into your routine and you don't think twice about it.
Brilliant. Look, you had them at the age of 9, and so there's a lot of people out there be interested to know, you know, how you got on. I mean, how you remember it. So, you know, how was it for you in the early days, and how easy was it to get used to?
Okay, well, I remember that when I went to the opticians and I tried them on. I remember when I put them on and I looked in the mirror, I got really, like, I almost got a bit panicky, because I didn't know how I was supposed to take them out. But then obviously my mum's had them for ages, and then my optician helped out. So then I took them out and I realized that I could actually see properly with them in. So I realized, well, after a few weeks, it just got easier, and it got into your routine, and you don't really have to worry about it.
You found it easy. And mum, how was it? You know, I mean, how was it with 10? Obviously, you have experience, which is great, but you know, do you have any tips? Well, first of all, how was it with a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old that stage? And do you have any tips for parents who are about to go through it?
I would say that it was a lot easier than what you would imagine. I mean, at the age of 9, I was a bit concerned, but he'd never had glasses before. And it wasn't for cosmetic reasons, it purely was, look, this, you know, his lifestyle, running, and, you know, he hasn't had to walk outside in the drizzle with glasses on, or run outside, or all of experience any of those things. He's had complete freedom from glasses. And when he was little and had to get used to them, or rather try them out, it didn't take him more than a couple of days. I mean, the first couple of days, you know, your eyes are going, no, don't want this. This is odd. But in no time, they get used to it. And we just used to say, all right, we'll go and brush our teeth now. And it was brush your teeth and put your lenses and go to bed.
No, it's actually
part of the routine.
Absolutely. You're right.
And I think you've said yourself when we were chatting earlier, you know, my son, so he stabilized quickly, which is brilliant, you know, to see, for me, from experience as a dad, see my son's eyesight deteriorating quite quickly and then suddenly to stabilize. So you've had a similar experience there with Ben, right?
Yeah, I think John Davidson, our optician, he said, oh, Ben's eyes have gone downhill when he was little. And he said, actually, he's going to be worse short-sighted than you are. And I really didn't want that. But the lenses have never changed all those 6 years that he's been doing this. But he's got great eyesight during the day. So, yeah, you can't really argue with that.
The fantastic John Davidson there. So he's been looking after you, and I think that's the thing, you know, as parents, you know, I guess you and I are now talking to parents out there, that for me it's been all about the fact that his lifestyle's been brilliant. My son surfs and does all these things. It's really interesting you're saying that Ben's never had this issue about having rain on his glasses and things. That's something you just don't know, right? Which is a great thing. So as a parent, I feel I'm sort of giving him all these things he doesn't know about that will be good. Is that the sort of thing you feel as well?
Yeah, I mean, I wore glasses for years. I had all the experiences of walking into warm rooms and your glasses just steaming up and not being able to see people. And you know, Ben runs with the running club 3 times a week, out in all weathers. And I just can't even imagine running with glasses on in the rain. And we don't get good weather in the northeast.
Oh, absolutely. And so, and Ben, I think the final question to you would be, you know, teenagers looking into this, it's an obvious question really, but, you know, would you recommend night lenses to them, and why, really?
Well, yeah, I would, because I think the main thing people worry about is the getting used to them, but it really doesn't take that long. And in the long run, it properly helps, because for me, if I accidentally don't put them in for one night, I can still see pretty well the next day. Leave it a few days, then it might go back to a bit normal. But if I just leave it one night, it's still pretty good. So it just, I would recommend it, because it does help.
And it's growing up normal. You know, my son, just similar to age to you, a little bit older, just feels almost, in fact, it's almost some people saying they just don't feel they have an eyesight problem because they don't in the morning, they don't have to put things in during the day. Is that how you feel, Mum? Is that it's a weird thing?
Yeah.
It's a very weird thing. And you'd obviously recommend them, Mum?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, as I say, I haven't even had any glasses in the last 13 years, other than the pleasure of buying some really good sunglasses that weren't prescription. That weren't prescription ones. That was another joy.
Mum's obviously very proud of her sunglasses. That's brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, guys, thank you so much for that, and thanks for your time. I think it'd be really, really useful to parents. So if you want any more advice and information, or indeed you want to hear any more interviews, then head on to nightlenses.com. Thanks very much, guys.